Hello friends, and welcome to the channel. This is Stormhaven Gaming, I'm John, and this is Timberborn. Okay, we're 1 day into the 11-day drought. It's by far the longest drought we've had to deal with so far, so it'll be interesting to see if we actually survive it or not. We've got not a lot of water in storage, not a lot of water in here. We've got a little bit more that we can release out of there to top this up, so we can draw some more out of it. Other than that, that's it. That's all we've got. We'll have to see how we do. We've got a population currently of 28. I rather think... Let's have a look at our breeding pods. Right, I'm going to pause these two for the moment, because I don't really want our population growing too quickly, especially during the drought. We have no other water available on the map, so this is all we have. Yeah. We've built our oil press. We'll put that on pause for the moment because we don't need it. We're in the process of building our hauling post. What are we looking for? Logs. We have the logs for it. That's fine. We have a couple of oaks being cut at the moment. So we have wood coming in. Yeah, that's where we are. Okay, obviously we need to think about improving our storage. 120 science, which we have. 30 planks, which we don't, but we can make them. 20 gears, which we don't have, and we need to wait for the water to return to make those. Alright, that's the situation we're in there then. Once this is up and running, I will prioritize these with the haulers and get them shifting water rather than having the beavers in the water pumps do it themselves. In terms of food, 270 odd food. We have a crop of soybeans coming in. Still waiting on the canola. We've got about 5 days left on that, so it might be that this drains before then and that canola dies. That's entirely possible. Yeah, we're going to have to see how we do on this one. I'm not going to build anything else just yet. What I will do is I'll set that to low priority. Thank you, autosave. And fill it up. So we'll have one empty space for the moment. Yeah, all I can really do then is spin on for now. I don't really want to spend too many of our resources. I want to try and use this time to build up what we can. There's nothing we can do with the soybeans at the moment, even though they are being harvested. They're just being put into storage over here. Okay, let's prioritize you by haulers, and let's prioritize you by haulers, and let's prioritize you even though you're not switched on. There we go. Yeah, so what else have we got? We've got some cassavas that we could ferment. Okay, yeah, let's unpause the power wheel there, and let's turn the fermenter on and get some cassavas fermented. That'll boost our food stocks a little bit there. Yeah, other than that, it's just going to be a case of spinning on. In terms of progression, obviously, getting over here is important for metal. That's going to be our first source of metal, I think. Maybe coming down here and damming this as well. I mean, what I could do is put in some levees maybe across there or there or something like that. And bring this up one level. Then we'd have a bit of a pool here with a bit more water in it. That's actually not a bad idea. All right, let's think about doing that then. Let's no, we'll need one of those. No, we'll do this in a different place. We'll be sensible about it. So, one of those, and 3 of those. And a bit of path. And we'll come down here and pop in. Just like that. Yeah, that'll do. We'll start with that. Okay. I'll spin on. Right, day 14. We've got 6 days left of the drought. We've got 180 water in stock. We've got a little bit of water left in this reservoir because I have emptied what we can from here. We have lost water in this little section. So we've got no more water coming in from there. Yeah. I'm going to... I think... Yeah, I'm going to risk turning this one on and draining this section. I think food-wise we're probably okay. Maybe. The trees will survive, the crops maybe not, but we have a bunch of soybeans that we can't do anything with. We've got a bunch of berries that we will be able to harvest for at least a couple of days when the water goes. Yeah. So in fact, I'm actually going to turn this gatherer flag back on. Yeah, this is a dodgy one. Really should have invested in more water storage, but we didn't have the time. But we're well on our way with our little levee arrangement down here. We've got plenty of logs in stock, so we'll be able to put this in. Once that's done, I'll put some steps up here and we can come across this section. I guess we'll use floodgates. They allow us to store a little bit more water, don't they? Yeah. And then maybe we can stick a water pump down here somewhere. Yeah. That's making a bold assumption that we're going to make it that far with the water that we have. I'll spin on. Right, 4 days left. We've got no water left to draw from here. We only have 100 water left in stock. It's not looking good. I'm putting in an emergency water pump just up here to drain what little water there is in this section. Yeah. It's a last-ditch effort to try and save some of our beavers, but we're probably going to get a few deaths. We might get some survive. We'll have to see. But yeah. Rookie error. Well, 2 days left. We have 44 water in stock, and that is it. We have drained this little... I was going to call it a reservoir. It's not really that, is it? It's a pond. We drained that in 2 days. And it didn't do a lot for our water supplies, but it did, you know, give us enough to potentially survive the drought. Don't know if we will. We'll probably get some survivors. You're not doing anything, are you? We'll pause you, and we'll pause you. No point in spinning your wheels needlessly. Yeah, we've lost all of our crops. They're all just dead. So we're going to need to replant those. We're reliant in terms of food on these berries. But they'll come back to life once the water returns. And there's plenty to harvest. So we should be okay. Yeah. We'll definitely run out of water by the end of the day today. So we'll get some thirsty beavers in the morning. But then they only have to survive a day. We'll see. I'll come back when the water does. Or when we run out of beavers. Right, that's the end of the day on day 19, so the water will be returning in the morning. Not all of our beavers are thirsty. None of them have yet died of thirst. We started the day with only one of them thirsty, and the rest have sort of popped up towards the sort of late afternoon, so we, in theory, won't lose any, which is surprising. Down here, I've started to put in the platforms across so we can build behind it with a floodgate. In terms of floodgates, we need 250 science to unlock the double floodgate, which we are going to do, and we are going to pop that in like so. So that should give us a little pond area here that we can fill up and drain from. I'll come back when the water does. There we are. So we actually made it through. We've got -1 to our well-being at the moment, but, you know, it is what it is. All of our beavers are thirsty. None yet have died. I've turned on our water pumps. I've set this to a height of 75, or 0.75. We'll get a little bit of flooding when that starts to fill up, I expect, but that's normal. Yeah, so as the water returns, this one should start pumping almost immediately. Assuming it actually has a worker in it at the moment. Nope, the worker's literally just got out of bed. Alright, fair enough. Well, come on. Let's get some water back in here, please. All of these crops will need to be replanted. Yeah, that's fair. Okay. Okay. And our builders can get on with all of this. That's fine. Right, we should... touch wood. We should be okay. We should be able to get enough water. Do you know what? I'm going to drop this to 0 for the moment. So we get some water in here so that our other water pumps can start supplying. And once this is filled, we'll raise this again. Yeah. I was going to say that was touch and go, but I mean, we still might lose a beaver or two if we don't get enough water in quickly enough. We're also running quite low on food, so let's get another gatherer flag in here. We'll rush that. Other than that, we should be alright. We should be able to replant the crops fairly well as the water returns. So, I'll spin on till the end of the day and we'll see at what point we are there. Okay, that would be normally the end of the day. We've still got some thirsty beavers around. We've got a little bit of water coming in. We've got all 3 of these pumps working. This one has just started working because the water has just started overflowing down here. Yeah, I've upped the work hours. Let's whack it up one more. There we go. We'll whack it up until sort of 9 PM. Or whenever that is. I've no idea how that clock works. I assume it's a 24-hour clock, but I can't be bothered to figure out what proportion of time is actually night. Oh, there we go. We got flooded building because the water has come back a bit quick. Let's bring this up a little bit then. Let's bring it up to 0.65. We're definitely going to get some flooding. It's fine. As long as our water pumps aren't overloaded, that'll be problematic. Okay, we should be alright. I'll spin until the morning. Right, there we go. There's the morning. We've still got some thirsty and hungry beavers. We do actually have some water in stock. And obviously that will now improve. So, we should have turned the corner there, hopefully. I'm going to unpause our gear workshop as well so we can get a few gears in. We've got our lumber mill up here producing, in theory. Yeah. We don't have any cassavas because obviously they all died. We've got like 4 days maybe before they're ready to pop. 3.5 days, something like that. I'm going to put in another water pump down here. Yeah, I'm going to put in another water pump down there. So we can double up. Canola's being replanted. That's good. This has largely filled. Let's bring that up a little bit more. Let's see if we can do that without disaster striking. Yeah, that seems okay. Oh, that's filling up quite quickly. No, we're good. We're good. That's fine. We'll leave it at that then. A bit of flooding there. Hopefully that will control itself. Good, good. Right, so we are making a start on these platforms down here. We don't have any planks available because they're all being used down here. Some of them will be in our gear workshop making gears. Okay. Okay. Minor panic over, but we still definitely want a lot more in the way of water and water storage, don't we? So let's unlock the medium tank, and we'll start with one just there. Nope. Come on, we'll start with one just there. Thank you. And you're going to store water. And we'll pop you on a slightly higher priority as well. That's going to take 20 gears, so that's going to take a little while to actually produce that many gears, obviously. Like 60 hours or something like that. But we're making a start, and hopefully we'll be able to fill up our water storage. Maybe. I'll spin on. Okay, start of day 5. Still no drought or bad tide warning, which is a good thing, obviously. We're doing all right. We've nearly filled up what little water storage we have. We are in the process of constructing our medium tank. We need 8 more gears, so yeah. It's going to take a little while, but we've got at least 4 days to produce those and then fill it. I am putting in another little storage tank down there for water, just to top up our available storage. Down here, we've made our platforms, and we're in the process of making the floodgates themselves. We're just getting logs down here at the moment. We have them in stock, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. We don't have a huge number of beavers at the moment. We have 8 unemployed, which are obviously all in the hauling post there. The only thing we've got turned on up here is the lumber mill, which should be operating at maximum. It is. Yep, so that's good. So we're getting planks in. Most of them are going to be in the gear workshop at the moment. Oh, no, we've only got 4 in there at the moment. All right. So, yeah, that's where we are. Don't think these are going to be necessarily finished before the drought hits. At this rate, it seems unlikely. We can hope, but they won't be. I'm not going to give them too much else to do, because obviously we don't have any beavers. I've switched off our inventors' huts for the moment. We do have all of our pumps working, in theory, but because we don't have any haulers, yeah. How long have we got on that? We've got a long time on that. Alright, I'm going to pause that farmhouse for the moment. There's no point having that running. We've got very little food. Yeah, that's it. That's where we are. We're just going to have to hope. There we go. 14 days. This is probably going to be brutal. We have 592 water in stock because we have a medium tank full. We have this reasonably full. This is reasonably full. This, unfortunately, we didn't get a builder here in time. So this has not stored any water. I did have them working all through the night, but yeah, they just didn't get there in time. So that's unfortunate. Very unfortunate. But we'll have to do what we can. It's entirely possible that we are going to die. We'll see. We'll see what happens. The only food we have in at the moment is kohlrabi. We have some cassavas that we are cooking, but they're not happening quickly. Don't know that we'll get another crop in before the water runs out. Yeah, this is a tricky one. There's so little water being produced here, and so little room to store it, that it's a surprisingly tricky map. Oh yeah, now you finished it. Yeah, thanks very much. Very useful of you. You little beavers. Yeah, so surprisingly tricky, this one. And obviously being on hard mode and getting the longer droughts means we just don't have the time to survive, basically. So what I'm going to do is I am going to turn this water pump off. We're going to rely solely on this one for the moment, because we don't really care about this section losing water. So in fact, I might as well turn that one on as well. They are both prioritised. Yeah, just in a hope that we can keep this area hydrated for long enough to get some crops out of here. because otherwise we're done for. There's nothing you can do because there's no other berries there. We've got a long time before any of them come back into harvest. I'll spin on. 2 days into the drought then, we have canola starting to come into season, so we can harvest that. We can get our oil press up and running. Not just yet, because we haven't actually harvested any of this yet, but we can do. There we go, we've started harvesting. Hurrah! I'm going to put another worker in here. I'll leave all of that on. You have no cassavas left, so we might as well, once you're finished here... There we go. We can pause you, because you've got nothing to do. We'll unpause the oil press. We're still waiting for another beaver to arrive there. That's fine. So they can start pressing some of these canola seeds into oil. We will need a storage tank for oil. For the moment, a small one will do. And you can store, where are we? Canola oil. There we go. We can pause you, because you're no good. You've just finished being built. We will prioritise it by the haulers, though. So, once the water returns, obviously this will fill up. We can start draining water from there as well. If we get that far. Okay. So, once the canola oil has started to be produced, we can start using that to make fermented soybeans. We have 144 soybeans. And 6 soybeans makes 20 fermented soybeans. I'm good with that. That will help our food stocks dramatically. Yeah. It's just a matter of whether we've actually got enough water to survive. I guess we'll see. Start of day 16. We have 7 days left of the drought, so we're about halfway through. We've taken all of the water out of here. We have taken all of the water out of here. We have one of our water pumps on here, draining the last of this water from here. We've got a little bit in here, but that's currently keeping everything hydrated. Food-wise, we're doing okay. We've got over 400 food in stock, most of which is fermented soybeans at this point, which is great. We're building up a stock of berries again, which is okay. We have a few kohlrabis, which... we have some cassavas that we can ferment, but we are still in the process of working our way through these soybeans. We're still turning the canola seeds into oil, so we're building up some storage there. That storage bin is full, but I'm not going to put in any more for the moment, I don't think. We should be alright. We can store, what, another 30 in there, so that's basically another storage tank. That stores 3 at a time, so that's not a lot of use, but, you know, it is what it is. We might be alright. We might survive. We'll see. It's again, it's going to be a close run thing. We'll get a lot of thirsty beavers, but we're in a better position than I thought we'd be, but that doesn't make a lot of difference. It might still be over before the end of this drought. 6.5 days, basically. We'll see how we do. 5 days left, and there goes the water. We have 381 to survive on. It's not looking good. Well, my pessimism may have been unwarranted once again. Last day of the drought, we still have 140 water in store. Shockingly. So we'll make it through to the end of the drought. Food-wise, we still have over 400, most of which, again, is fermented soybeans. We've used all of our cassava, so I'll switch you back onto soybeans for the moment. I've switched off our oil press because we have nearly full storage on that at the moment. Not a lot of point. I've switched off the farmhouses because they're not doing anything. Switched off the gear factory. Yeah, basically everything is off. I'm going to turn on the lumber mill, though, and add another worker onto the wheel. Yeah, we're doing all right. We're surviving, surprisingly. I'm going to set this. Let's try 185. Keep as much water in there as possible. Obviously, we've now got a water pump down here to make use of that. So that's a good thing. Yeah, we still don't have enough beavers. I've turned on 2 of these things. I might as well turn on this 3rd one as well. We do have 2 children, but obviously we've got a lot of spaces to fill once the water returns. 6 water pumps for a start. So yeah, we'll and the farmhouses will need to be restocked as well. So we can turn off the inventors' huts once the water returns. Possibly turn off the fermenters as well. Not sure there's a lot of point in keeping them on when we don't have anything to ferment. Yeah. So we do need more beavers, which means more water consumption, which means more water storage. We'll deal with that once we've survived. There we are. Against all odds, we survived. Okay, I'm going to put in another medium tank here for water. We'll be able to switch our gear workshop on. I've switched these off. We'll want to switch our farmhouses on. We'll want to switch our water pumps on. What's happening over here? You're still going. You're still going. We've got 179 planks. I'll turn you off. We'll take 1 out of there. We'll turn on these 2 farmhouses first. There we go. Right. That will do for now. The water is returning. This, thank you, autosave. This water pump has started to pump water, so we'll start building up some more water there. That's good. All right. Yeah. And as the water makes its way down, we'll switch on these pumps as well. I'm actually shocked that we survived, honestly. I wasn't expecting to. So, what is going to happen next? Well, we've got our breeding pods on, so we should start building up our population a little bit again. I might need to add another breeding pod. We definitely want that water storage. What are we looking at? We need gears, so once the water returns, we can start producing those. That's fine. Yeah, I'll turn this farmhouse on as well, so we'll lose 2 out of the hauling posts. But that's okay. You are prioritised by haulers. All of you are. Yes, all of you are. Good. Right. All I can really do then is spin on and hope, really hope, that we can get some crops in before the start of the next bad tide. Oh, do you know what? We kind of need more. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I know what I want to do. Let's do this. Let's put some steps up there. And then we will build ourselves now. How big does it have to be? Where is it? There it is. Okay, so sure, 1 wider with a gap. Sure, we can do that. I've put those steps in the wrong place, but never mind. No, we'll do this differently. We'll put it in like... Is that right? And then get rid of you. And build that like that. Okay, that's fine for that. Oh no, we don't need it that far back. I was wrong. So that can come across there. We can cancel those. And we'll put some more steps up there. Like so. Okay, and our fluid dump can go in there. And that'll give us some more hydration there. Obviously, we're going to need a lot more water. But we're working on that. Right. I will spin on. Day 3. We are 1 gear away from getting this medium tank finished. We are about halfway up to storing our water. We've got all of our water pumps active. We had a little bit of flooding down here, but I don't care. It's fine. We can obviously extend this area down here a little bit later on, once we've got a few more resources. We do have some trees to cut down, so I am going to turn this lumberjack flag on. You are doing nothing, so I'm going to pause you for the moment. Food-wise, we're okay. We've got, let's have a look, a little while before they're done, maybe 3 days before they're done. We've got, yeah, a long time before they're done. And a fair amount of time before they're done. So we need to hope that we can get some more crops in from over here. But we'll get all this built. It's going to take a lot of our wood stores, but it's necessary. We'll fill that with water, and that will give us some hydration up here to protect this area a little bit. So we'll be able to protect some of our cassava, some of our canola oil, and some of our soybeans. Possibly all of them. Don't really know. We'll have to check that. But we will have more water to draw from down here. Putting these stairs in here, I have rather hemmed us in terms of getting some decent water pumping going on down here. But, you know, I'd like to get one in here, but that's going to be slightly trickier, I think. I suppose the only thing I can really do is put platforms in, isn't it? Yeah. We won't bother with that for the moment then. We'll try and up our stocks. Once this is completed, we'll think about coming down here. We should be okay. I'm just wittering now because I'm just not sure that we're going to be able to fill up our water stores in time for the next drought. We'll have to do what we can. Okay. I will spin on again then. I'll probably spin on until we get the drought warning. I don't know when that's going to be. It might be, you know, in the morning. It might be a couple of days. We'll have to hope for a couple of days. That will give us, obviously, more time to get food and water in. Yeah, there's really not much else I could do, is there? I could come down here and build another farmhouse, but we don't have the beavers for it at the moment. No, I guess just spinning on. So I'll do that. Just one more time. I'll get to the start of the next drought or bad tide. There we go. 19 days. That's not looking great, but we have over 1,000 water in storage. We've got our additional water storage up here. We've got our additional water storage over here. So we've more than doubled what we have available. Food-wise, yeah, not great. I've turned off these water pumps here. I've turned off this water pump here. I've kept these 3 on because, again, we don't really care if all of this gets drained. I've turned our lumber mill back on. Our fermenter is off because we don't, again, have a great deal to ferment. But we are now getting in a harvest of soybeans. This is complete, our little arrangement here. So we are getting some water to fill this up. Probably going to pause it. Well, we don't know. We'll leave it going for the moment and see how we do. Really do want to get another water pump in down here, but at the moment, probably not a great idea. Although, yeah, we're not really building anything else at the moment. Go on then. Let's do that. Right. How are we going to put this in? All right, we're going to put it in like so. Yeah, let's put it in like so. And we'll put it in like... Oh, you're on the path. All right, okay. Fair enough. Fine. You go there. You disappear. Thank you. There we go. On there like that. Sure, why not? Okay. I think we'll leave it there for this episode. We will do one more thing if we can. And that is unlock the swimming pool. What is that? 30 planks. We have them. 40 logs. We'll probably get them in. And I'm going to put that in there. Because at least if they're going to die of thirst, they can be happy whilst doing it. Okay, but we will leave it there for this episode. Thank you very much for watching. Please do give me any comments down below. I'm sure there are a few. Please give us a like and a subscribe. It really does help the channel out. And please join us next time. Until then, I've been John. This has been Timberborn. Please do take care of yourselves. Stay safe. And bye-bye.